Good afternoon. One of the Stitches team's favorite features within the Braze platform is actually called Teams. And Teams is not available on all Braze contracts. So if you want to know more and you can't find it within your instance, please reach out to your Braze account manager or reach out to us for some consultation. Let's jump in. So Teams is actually a permissions or security feature in the platform that allows you to limit what the user of Braze has access to based on what equate to tags on different content. That could be pictures, media, emails, canvas, segments, etc. And there's really countless scenarios for use, but it really boils down to having varying permissions or permission requirements, whether that's location, like region, departments, etc., or marketing functions, so new subscriber versus loyalty and retention, and more. So again, the use cases really are endless, and setting up Teams is actually pretty easy. And so as we look, you can actually, as an admin, scroll into Manage Settings, go to Manage Teams, and you can see some of the teams we've got here. I just created this one. Today, we're actually going to use the marketing team above it, but you can see when you give it a name, and optionally, you can give it a filter, and you can see the different things, how many things are associated with each team. And so once you have a team created, you simply need to determine which users are going to be associated. In this example, I've got a fictional Jon, and he's not an admin, so he's got a pretty limited permission set, as you can see here. Within this app group, it's a demo account of ours. We actually have basically disabled everything for Jon, but we've given him this Teams permission. And so he can actually go through and manage those assets that are associated with the marketing team. And what that looks like for an admin is very different than someone that's associated with that team. So for example, if I go into segments, you can see we've got a handful of different testing segments. One of them is associated with the marketing team. The same can be said about canvases. So if I look at some of the archived canvases, you can see I've got one associated with the Stitch team and one associated with the marketing team. And again, very similar story here with the templates and media. So if I scroll down, you can see I've got a couple different templates that we've been working with, and two of them are associated with that marketing team. And so as an admin, you can go through and see all of these, same if you were not associated with the team. But once you've associated a user to a team, logging into that user based on the permissions will change what they can access and what user information they can see. So if I look up, again, these are all fictional, Wayne Hale at example.com. You can see, again, this is a fictional user, but you can see we have a phone number, fake, an email, it's fake, and some information about the user within the profile. When you log in as this sample user, again, he's got very, very restricted access. We can actually do a lot of the same things. So if I go do that same search, we can find that user. And the items we've deemed that are PII in the platform are limited, right? You can't see some of these things, and you can actually get this note that the PII data is masked. But the Teams feature is going to actually do a little bit more. And now when I go as this fictional user into segments, I can only access and see those segments that are tagged with the marketing team. And that also applies to, again, canvases. So if I go into canvases, I can only see those items that are tagged for the marketing team. And again, templates and media as well. And so this actually really allows you to limit what access individual teams have so that they don't interfere with each other and they don't send the wrong content or to the wrong teams, right? Since segments can be limited. The other thing I'll actually show you is when someone on a team creates new content, they can give it a name, like you would expect, like anyone else creating a piece of content. We'll do a sample segment. And when they actually create it, you can see it'll actually require them to set their team as the associated team. That way they don't lose access to it. And so after this would simply be found right there. Obviously, this is not going to populate with anything, it being a demo account. And And so quick and easy to set up. The use cases are really endless for this. And since it's built with a user of Braze in mind and not the subscriber being moved and managed, it's actually very quick and almost automatic in its daily use. And when I say that, I mean, if I have a fictional user or subscriber named Steve lives in Austin, he's on 3 different segments that we market to. Steve moves to Paris, right? All of a sudden, he needs to be on different segments, et cetera. And we actually have to stop messaging him from some of the same campaigns because the content changes, the time of send changes. All of that can happen automatically. And we can prevent users that are associated with the marketing team in the US, perhaps, from engaging with Steve. And all of a sudden, those in Europe can automatically have Steve added to their access. And so there's really a lot of opportunity here for the Teams feature. Let us know if you want to hear more. And for anything else, please reach out to us by going to our website, stitch.cx, and click and partner with us. Have a good one.